Motivation is a luxury that you can't afford to wait for. That is my hot take. And in this video, I'm going to just elaborate a bit on what I mean, and hopefully it'll make sense by the end of this, hopefully around 10-minute video. So how do you stay motivated? What do you do when you're not motivated? Those are questions that have been posed to me. And in this video, I'm just going to try to summarize my thoughts on the topic, and maybe it'll inspire you, maybe not. Either case, let me know in the comment section below if you what you think about this kind of non-gaming content here on the channel. So what is motivation? We need to sort of have a definition of what motivation is. And I'm not going to go into some lofty explanation or sort of scientific definition of what it is. I'm just going to go by my own feeling. And that's exactly what I think it is. Motivation is just that. It's a feeling. It's something that is internal to you, and the origins may be elusive, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't do anything by itself. It is your actions that, well, are actions. Motivation is something that can help you spur into action. It can help set you on a path towards action. But motivation in itself is something inside of your head. So that's something I think we need to just internalize that thought, and then by just doing that, it becomes a lot less of a powerful phenomenon that it kind of is. It seems like it's something that binds you into inaction when you don't have motivation. And it really isn't. You can be motivated for the goal, but not the journey towards the goal. And that's really the main issue here. So you want to graduate from university, that's a goal, and it's an aspirational goal, but it doesn't help you on canceling your weekend plans to do an assignment you have to do to get to that one little step towards the goal. So motivation doesn't help you for the end goal. You're motivated to do your job, except that a big part of what you do at your job is boring tasks that are just necessary, whether that's filing reports or sitting in meetings. That's not what motivates you. So even though your job as a whole is motivating, then the tasks are not motivating. So how are you going to do that? You want to live healthy and exercise. That's great. But you are not going to be helped by getting in your sneakers in the pouring rain and going outside to exercise. So motivation is not helping you. You want to start as a streamer, but I really need this camera before I can start, or a new microphone, so I'm just going to wait. So motivation is not going to help you take the necessary steps to get started on that path. We need something more powerful than the motivation to get us out of bed and set us on our path towards that lofty aspirational goal. And that thing we need is called discipline. Discipline is defined by as the training of people to follow rules and follow a code of conduct under sort of the threat of punishment for disobedience. And that's a bit harsh, but let's internalize it to ourselves and say, yes, it is a training to follow a code of conduct. There are some things we know we must do, and those are the ones that we define based on our motivational goal. So we take our motivational goal and we break it into some of the things that we must do in order to get on that path to that goal. And that's where we need the discipline. The discipline, it's easy to say it, but I think the really key point is that discipline is linked to willpower. And now I think of willpower, and I don't think I'm the only one. Willpower is a finite resource. It is at least an exhaustible resource. You can have your willpower broken, and then you don't have any willpower left. So another point of this is you need to choose what you exert your willpower on so that you have the discipline for the right things. There may be a lot of things in your life that you want to do differently, such as more exercise, eat healthy, do better at job, do better with family, do better with social life, do better with anything. And if you try to do everything at once, you're going to run out of willpower. It'll simply be too exhausting for you to eat healthy and exercise and all of those things at once. That's my assertion, at least. So choose the things that you want to focus on. Use your willpower in a clever way to have the discipline to set you on the path to the most important goal. And then, of course, that means you have to deselect some other things. That's just the nature of things. The magic really happens much later when you look back through the rose-colored glasses of memory. And you look back, if you try that yourself, looking back at a time when you thought of yourself as being highly motivated for something. Maybe that was a period of your life when you were exercising regularly. Maybe it was a period of your life when you really just crushed it at work or at school. And if you really think carefully, at least for me, if I think back at it, like my time during my master thesis at university, I really look back and I go like, man, I was motivated. I really did a lot of work. And then I also remember that I played an awful lot of World of Warcraft back then. So it wasn't like I was motivated. It was more a matter of I knew that in order for me to be able to play the game that I liked at that time, I had to be able to work every day a certain number of time to do my assignments, to progress, and only then could I reward myself with some gaming. But I wasn't intrinsically motivated for it. I was motivated sort of the general concept of my master thesis, but debugging the code for the second week in a row because I'm not a good programmer is not particularly motivating. But I needed to exert my willpower to do that. And in that period, I did not eat healthy. I did not exercise because I just didn't have enough willpower to get more than that done. So everything else was excluded except using my willpower to have the discipline to do the stuff that I needed. But if I look back now through those rose-colored glasses of memory, I was highly motivated. Every day I walked 45 minutes, that's true, to get to the university and work there for 8-9 hours and walk back again in the pouring rain. Okay, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but you get the drill. When you look back, you will look back at it as being highly motivated, but actually it's more a matter of exerting your willpower to have the discipline to do the stuff that you need to do. So what you need to do, select what you want to focus on, get off the chair, take one small step towards that target, and use your limited resource of willpower, exert your discipline, and start moving on it. It might not be the most inspirational work you do that day or in that day, but you will have taken one more step. And if you've done that for a couple of months and look back, then you've made a huge progress. And the amount of willpower that you need to exert to keep doing it gets less and less because it becomes more a routine. I'm going to finish with a kicker, because for the longest time, like several years, I have been motivated to make some non-gaming content for my YouTube channel. Have you seen any non-gaming content on my YouTube channel recently? No, unfortunately not. So when I started sort of coming up with ideas, and I always come up with ideas, and I have this list of ideas that I could make content for, and then this idea came up about motivation versus discipline. And then it sort of dawned on me that I am a deeply flawed person and I am motivated to do these kind of videos, but I did not have the discipline. So I got up early on a Sunday morning, took that one step in front of the next, wrote the script, recorded this, edit, upload, thumbnail, YouTube, all of that stuff so that you can watch this video right now. It might not be the greatest work that I have ever done, but at least I didn't succumb to the part where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna need a new camera, a new microphone, a new background, and also, did I remember to shave? All those excuses out of the window. We're here now because I was motivated for the end goal and I had the discipline to get it done. So, take my own medicine. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, you know where the like button is. Let me know in the comment section below if you have some ideas for other videos. And of course, if you want to watch more gaming or non-gaming content maybe, then subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. And stay effective.